Hey, folks, we got good news.
We do. We have a new movie.
Yes, we kind of have 1.5 movies that are coming out.
What do you mean by that?
Have something new. Well, we have the main new movie that's coming out, and then we're doing a little bit of a remake on something.
Yes.
So it's pretty exciting. But
it is.
We have an amazing story to tell you as to some things that God has done. Our minds have been blown, and you're going to get to enjoy the benefits of that.
Yeah, so 2 decades ago, we made our first movie, FLYWHEEL.
Yes, there's the camera.
Right for the community. Yeah, on this camera that you see in the
$20,000 budget.
Yeah, and we made it for the community. God exploded it. It kind of sold over 1 million DVDs and went crazy, and we were so grateful.
Lowest production quality, worse than 480p, was VHS almost quality, but actually DVD.
But one of the favorite stories from people that have seen our film.
Since all the movies have come out over the years, many times people will walk up and they'll say, I love The Forge or War Room or whatever. FLYWHEEL is still my favorite. We've heard that more than any other film.
And so we've wanted to remake it over the years.
Yes.
Even as we're working on the War Room and The Forge and these other films we've made, and finally,
it's happened. Yes. So let me tell you what's happened. So when we were releasing The Forge, we went to Brazil in the fall of 2024 and were blown away at the things that God is doing in Brazil. If Brazil's not on your radar, it needs to be, because God's hand is working in Brazil. Churches are exploding. The worship there is fantastic. There's spiritual warfare, and the church is rising up in strength. There's a lot of prayer going on in Brazil, and we tasted it when we got there.
And so we released our film, so War Room, Overcomer, The Forge, that went to #1 in Brazil, and they're hungry for more of this content for ministry. Churches are saying, hey, come help us do this in Brazil. So they called us, and they said, thank you for your films, but we want to do this here, and we want to invest in the next generation to do these kind of movies. Stephen, what they do in Brazil, they do commonly these, it's almost like a soap opera, but these Christian
novellas.
Novellas.
Not to be confused with Nutella. But yes.
These quick productions, but they do very few, if any, Christian feature films. So they'll show ours there.
They're importing them from the U.S., translating them into Portuguese, and putting it in theaters like they did with The Forge.
That's right. So we began talking with them, and they said, hey, would you come do a training session boot camp with us, teaching us how you do your kind of films, and then shoot a film here? And so we said, we've always wanted to redo FLYWHEEL, and it would be beautiful in Rio de Janeiro.
But because we don't know the language, the resources, the laws, any of those things, I was thinking this is just another good idea, not necessarily a God idea. So we came back, we had a prayer retreat, and the Lord said, I'm in this, go to Brazil.
And so we did. So we went down there, and the Lord brought the people. We cast down there with a team of pastors joining us, helping us, people that are in production down there, and calling people that have always wanted to honor God with their filmmaking skills, but didn't have opportunity to do so. And so we had a crew of about 130 that joined in our boot camp.
It was mind-blowing because we've seen the Lord provide here in the U.S., and this was a big faith step for us because God had to supply the translators, which he did. Every day while we're walking around, he connected us with pastors. We found out pastors had been praying for 5 years for something like this to happen. And when we showed up, we got called up on the first day, and a pastor stood up and said, I'm calling my whole church to pray for you. The next morning, we met at Igor's office, and there were people there ready to pray. Turned into prayer meeting #2. That night, local pastors showed up, turned into prayer meeting #3. We were blown away, and very rapidly, God supplied with loaves and fish the people, the resources, the locations. At the end of one of the pastors' meetings, we're praying, and a guy walks up to us and says, my family's been in the car business for 60 years. You can use my car lot for your movie. And we were like, we're not even looking at locations yet, and the Lord is having the ram in the thicket walk in the door. So guess where we shot the movie? At that guy's car lot.
And it was awesome. So we cast there. The Lord brought some amazing actors. I'm going to tell you, the guy that plays the lead, I play the lead in the original FLYWHEEL. This guy, Mario Brigiera, and his wife, his real-life wife, Perola, did an awesome job in this film.
It's romantic. They kiss. It's wonderful.
It's good. He's better looking than me. He's got a better presence, and his wife and he chemistry on screen, and they love the Lord.
Yes.
And they want to honor the Lord with productions like this.
So one of the best stories we've ever had, Flywheel, and God's hand being on that, because it's a picture of the Lordship of Jesus, the picture of a transformation that Christ can bring in a person's life. The first half of the movie, you see what a man's like who's living for himself. Yeah. He's religious, but he's not surrendered to the Lord. And to see how the gospel transforms his life and how it affects every area of his life, like dropping a bomb in a river, or no, dropping in a lake, an ocean, but it ripples out from the impacting his heart, his marriage, his children, his work, his reputation in the community, how Christ lifted up can bless everything.
And so we loved it. We loved shooting with the crew there, teaching them how we make movies, doing devotionals every day, praying every day, devoting this project to the Lord and having that unity. And yes, there's spiritual warfare because the enemy doesn't like this.
Yes.
So he tried to show up and we saw him coming, but we made it through very well. And we're so grateful to our cast, our crew, the churches there that worked with us. And Rio de Janeiro is beautiful. We used our favorite camera, the Alexa 35.
Yes, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it does. And so we can't
If
wait to
you like
show
the
you.
original Flywheel, you're going to love this.
And speaking of the original Flywheel, so we have this new software that we are upgrading the original Flywheel movie to come out on streaming the same time the new release is.
Yep.
So
it'll be fun to watch them both.
The original Flywheel was shot in standard definition 480p, and now it's going to be 1080p. To go in, and you're going to see the original film that's the software goes in and sharpens it, makes it higher resolution. So if you want to see the original Flywheel, you'll be able to see that in better quality than ever this fall. It's streaming when the new one's called Flywheel: Ignition of the Soul.
Now in Portuguese, Alex, it's called
Ignição de Alma.
Ignição da Alma, and it's Avirada.
Avirada is their title for Flywheel in Portuguese.
It means the turning. It's a picture of repentance from our perspective. But it will be coming out in Brazil in September. And then this fall in the U.S. after that release. We're excited because we've already tested the movie with some private audiences. And it's funny because we keep asking, do you like dubs better, like overdubbed language, or do you like the subtitles better? Most people right now are leaning towards subtitles, and this generation is constantly reading subtitles on their phones, and people keep telling me I turn on English subtitles, even watching Hollywood movies in English, because I don't know what they're saying, which I have done many times as well. But we're thinking through that, so I would want to know from you, do you like subtitles better, hearing it in the original Portuguese language, or would you like it overdubbed in English with English-speaking actors on top of it?
And we
Good
like
question.
it either way.
Yeah.
But this movie, you're going to like this version of the movie because it's better shot, better produced, beautiful locations, better technology camera, better actors. And we're so grateful for those that helped us make the first version. And again, that will be re-released in better quality. But the new one, Flywheel: Ignition of the Soul, is the American title. In Brazil, it'll be Avirada Ignição de Alma.
Yes.
And again, we're excited for it to come out this fall. So pray for that. We're excited about the ministry. It's going to be released in Brazil first, then Central and South America, dubbed in those languages, Spanish and others. And then in America, it's going to be released around October with subtitles or dubbed, but you can help us. You can leave a comment on what you prefer. But pray for this movie. We're excited about it. And there's some surprises in this movie, Steve.
There's some new scenes that haven't been there. And Alex actually has a scene where he acts in the movie and he speaks Portuguese. So give us a line, Alex.
Oh, wow. Todo bem? Espero que tudo certo.
Yes. And what does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny. The original Flywheel, he was coaching the actors. On this one, they were telling him right off camera, say it this way, say it this way. And he would just repeat until he got it right. And then when we showed him the scenes, they're like, it sounds amazing. And Alex is like, I don't know what I was saying. But you're going to need to see Alex in the new Flywheel in Brazil. We're excited about that. But watching it when it comes out in the U.S. this fall, Flywheel: Ignition of the Soul. Start praying for it. God's going to use it. Thank you for watching.